Friends, in this video, we are going to work with Python strings or strings variables, and we are going to discuss only very basics. In the next video, we will see some advanced level operations with your strings, right? Fine. So guys, you have to know some basics of your strings. Let me start with introduction. So what is a string in Python? See, first of all, it may be in Python or C or Java, wherever it is. String is simply a sequence of characters. See, we have, A to Z, some 26 characters, small and capital, right? And also we have some symbols like dollar, caret, right, slash, and hash, at the rate, all are also characters, right? So you have a lot of characters with your to create your strings, right? Then a character is simply a symbol. For example, right, we already seen this. Then see, even though if you are provide your information as a string while writing your not only Python with any language, computer do not deal with your characters or with your strings. They deal with numbers, that is binary numbers. Even though you may see characters on your screen, internally it is stored and manipulated as a combination of binary numbers. They are like zeros and ones. But you don't bother about how to convert your string into binaries, right? Your Python software, your Python interpreter will take care of that while running your Python program or Python script, right? So the conversion of characters to a number is called encoding. I mean, the conversion of your characters in terms of binary is called encoding, and the reverse process is called decoding. So there are two types of encoding techniques. They are like ASCII and Unicode, which are popular, right? So previously the most of the encoding is in terms of ASCII. Now the encoding technique, most of the languages they are using Unicode technique, right? So in Python, string is a sequence of Unicode character. Unicode was introduced to include every character in all languages and bring uniformly in encoding, right? So simply that is one of the mechanism to convert your data into binaries. But you don't bother about that. If you want to know much about this Unicode technique or some ASCII Unicode technique, you just Google it, you will get a lot of stuff for that, right? Fine, whatever the string is there in your Python, that is a Unicode character or Unicode string, right? That's fine. Then how to create a string in Python? Guys, for this I'm going to open my Sublime Text Editor. Guys, don't get confused. Sometimes I'm using VIM editor, sometimes I'm using PyCharm, sometimes I'm using Sublime Text, right? So if you are confusing, just try to use VIM from command line. That is very simple. Or you can use PyCharm text as well. But if you take Sublime Text won't accept input from you. See, in our previous videos, right, we have seen somewhere input and some output statements. So input, we are reading something from your command line. So that thing is not possible with the help of Sublime Text. It is possible with your PyCharm or simply from your VIM editors, right? That's okay. First, I am going to show you how to create a string in Python. See guys, already we have seen somewhere while discussing about different types of datas or data types in your Python about your string, how to define a string, right? Let me go with once again about your strings because it is very, very important. Working with strings is very, very important while writing your real-time scripts, right? Let me go with my command line. There I have this thing. Here I'm going to write simply like work introduction to strings .py, right? See guys, let's say any variable. I am taking my name, right? My name equals to simply I am writing, suppose let's say Narendra. Now just now we defined a variable called my name, and in that we stored a string called Narendra, right? Let's say suppose my new name, right? Some Python developer. See, I can take either single quotes or double quotes to represent your string, right? Or I'm going to take my info, right? I can also write in this way, triple quotes. No, but you can take either single or double or triple quotes. Let's say I started my career as an admin and moved into automation team, right? See guys, here my intention is how to use single, double and triple quotes. Let's say I want to print all the variables. My name is, so here I want to print my name. Let's say variable is my name, right? So whatever the information I have, that I want to print in the next line, that's why I'm taking /n. Then I'm taking my new name is, so here I want to print like my new name. Then after that I want to print some more information, and that is my info is, so variable is your info, my info, right? Then close it, save it and run it and see the output. You are getting your information perfectly. Whether you are going to use single or double or triple quotes, there is no problem, right? Now what I am doing is, see, I am taking triple quotes, enter. In this way I am writing my string. Now see the output, how you are going to get. Now whatever you are providing inside of triple quotes, maybe single line or multiple lines, the same format will be preserved even while printing. So if you want to write multiple lines, just go and take triple quotes, right? So single, double or triple quotes. You can take triple quotes also for always, but whenever if you want to write multiple lines of information, then only go and take triple quotes. See, I have taken the information between triple quotes as a 2 lines. That's why your information is 2 lines. Observe that last output, right? So guys, this is the way how you can create a string. Then how to access characters in a string. Let's say I'm going to take, let me comment all those things with the triple quotes. See, you can also use triple quotes to comment, right? Now I am taking, suppose, my name or my favorite scripting. This is a variable. I am taking simply Python scripting is my favorite one. Okay, guys, one more thing. Let me show you that. My string I am taking like this one, or my new string I am taking like this one. So first string is empty string, nothing. Second string is, even though if you have a space, space is also one of the character in your Python scripting. I'm not sure about other scripting languages, but in Python, space is also one of the scripting. Sorry, space is also one of the character. Let me print. You know, if I convert, right, any data into Boolean, if it is having something, then you will get true. If it is having nothing, then you will get false, right? I forgot to provide single quotation ending. Now see the output, false, because this is empty. Instead of that, let me take my new string and see the output. You are getting true, means because something is there. That something is space. Space is also one of the character. You need to remember, this is also very, very important point. That's fine. Now guys, what I am doing is, I am going to print my entire string. Of course, you can use your format and you can print in this way, right? Or you can also use simply print my favorite scripting. Both are valid. You will get output for both, right? Based on situation, you will select that. So now I'm going to other format of your print in this way. So if I print simply variable, you are going to get entire string, right? Now what I want to do is, I want to get suppose some first character from your string, or some last character from your string, or some part of your string. then how you can access, right? See, before going to that, I want to give an explanation about index values. Let's say you have a word called Python. Simply, your string is simply Python, Python. Let me do one thing, Python. This is your string. Just assume that whenever if you assign any string like this for your variable, let's say my string, I am taking my, or simply my equals to, I am doing in this way, right? Your Python will assign some positions for your characters which are there in your string. So very first character is index 0, second character is index 1, third is index 2, fourth is index 3, this is 5, and this is, sorry, this is 4, and last one is 5. So these are the positions of your characters which are there in your given string. Likewise, for your Python scripting, if you take this variable, then this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, space is also one character, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 0 to 15 index values are there for your given string, right? Let's say I'm taking simply Python only. Okay, see the output first. You're getting your Python. Now what I'm doing is simply I'm printing your favorite scripting in square brackets. I'm taking 0, and see the output. What you are getting? You're getting P, because P position is 0 or P index value is 0. That's why you're getting that. Let's say I want to print last letter N from your given string. Last, as of now, your last index is 5. See the output. That's it. So based on index value, you can access particular character from your given string. So guys, these are the positive index values. You can also, I mean, Python will also assign negative index values from right to left. N is at -1, 2, 3, -4, -5, -6. So you can work with negative as well as positive indexes. Based on your requirement, you can go with positive or negative. Let's say I want to print starting letter, starting character from your given string. Then for your starting character, always index is 0. The same way, the ending character index is, if you go with positive, you need to count it, but if you go with negative, it is always -1. So this starting character index is 0, ending character index is, maybe in terms of positive you have to count, but if you go with the negative, it is always -1. This is very important while working with your real-time scripts. Let's say I want to print by default the last character. I don't know what it is there. I don't want to count the index positions also. By default, I can take -1. Now see the output. What you are going to get? You are going to get N. No need to count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is the last index or nth last character index. Directly you can take -1, which will give the last character from your given string. Let's say I have Python scripting as my string, right? So G is the last character. I want to get that. Simply take -1. No need to count your index values. Run it and see the output. You are getting 0 just by taking -1. Okay, so this is the way how to access particular character from your given string, right? Let me print something called my favorite scripting. So I'm giving 0 to some 5. So if I take in this way, it will print your characters from 0 to 4, because maximum is 5 index, but you are starting from 0. Range is 5 minus 0. 5 letters you have to get. So to get 5 letters from 0, you have to take 0th index, first index, second index, fourth index, right? See, if I take PYTHO, right, 5 letters are over, no, 5 characters are over. So what is the range between 5 and 0? 5 minus 0, 5 characters you are getting starting from index 0. That means you will get up to 4th index value. See the output. Suppose if I want to get 5th index as well, you have to take 6. because 0 to 6 are 7 characters, but you have to get only 6. 0 to 6 means range is 6. You are getting 6 characters now, right? If I take simply 0 and then colon, then the meaning for that is get from 0 to last every character. That's it. Okay, so guys, whatever the operation you are performing, index operations, right, these are also called as slicing of your given string, slicing operation. And these operations are not going to modify your original string, right? Only while printing you are getting something. If you want to store this into some other variable, let's say given string from suppose 0 to 4th index, then my favorite scripting, then from that 0 to 5 if you take, then only will get 0 to 4. Then you can print that your given string 0 to 4. See the output. That's it. Okay, fine. So guys, this is the way how you can access your strings based on index values. You have one more thing, let me tell you that. Print your string. I am not giving starting, but I am giving suppose ending index 8, or let's say simply 5, so that it will be clear. See the output. So 0 to 4th index, 5 means ending 5 means before that index it will give the value. Not only that, I want to print suppose some 4th index to some 10th index values, characters. So 4 to 10, range is 6. Not only you can take 11 also, range is 7. So you will get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So by 10th index we are getting 7 characters. That's why it will give up to 4 to 10 only. If you mention 11, it will give up to 10 index characters. See the output, right? Fine. So this is called slicing of a string. So how to change or delete a string? So guys, strings are basically immutable. That means once if you define your string, you cannot change the part of your string, but you can completely delete or you can completely assign new string for that. I mean, suppose let's say if I try to modify 0th index, this is means first character, right, with some other thing, let's say n. See, you are getting an error called string object does not support item assignment. So you cannot modify part of your string, right? Or let me try with delete. You know, delete option is there, right? We had a already discussion on this. But if I run this, string object does not support item deletion. So you cannot delete part of your string, but entire string you can delete it. See that you are not getting any output, I mean error output, because you are deleting completely. At the same time, you can delete or you can assign completely new string for this. That's it. Now there is no error. Now after this, if you print your string is, that's it. Python tutorials, right? So guys, you cannot delete a part of string or you cannot assign particular character in your given string with a new value, right? But you can completely change or delete your string. Okay, next one is how to find length of a string. See, nothing is there. There is a predefined function called length. Let me find my string length as a one variable, my string length as one new variable I am taking, and I am finding length of your favorite scripting, right? See that now I am printing length of a given string is, so where you are storing your length into a variable called my string length, right? Let me observe the output, run and observe the output. 16 you are getting. Or directly you can print, no need to store into your length into some other variable. Let's say length of a given string is, even no need to write this message also, it is your wish. So in square curly braces, right, just write length function of your given variable. That's it. Now guys, length means how many characters are there in a given string. Now if you have a 16 characters in a given string, right, this is some string and you have 16 characters in a given string, then your index values are from 0 to 15. You have to remember this, it will be helpful for your online exams. 0 to 15, 0, count from 0, then by 15 you are getting 16 characters. This is positive way of index values. Negative way from -1 to -16. If its length is 16, then negative way index values are from -1 to -16. Right? Now let me print simply your favorite scripting of -1. So we modified somewhere our string to Python tutorials. Last letter is yes. So directly I can get that. Yes, I am getting, or because length is 16, then last character index in terms of positive is 15. See that you are getting last output is yes only, right? Fine. And one more thing, guys, let me do in this way. I want to print from -16 to -5. See the output. -16 means first character, right? In terms of negative, because length is 16, 0 is by default first character, or if you know the length is 16 here, then minus length is the first character in your given string, right? Now if I try to print -5 to -16, see the output, you won't get anything because starting value is always lower value. -5 is not lower than -16, -5 is far greater than -16, right? So that's why you have to take always starting with low index value, and you can get based on your required index. See, if I write in terms of positive, it is very clear for you. My favorite scripting, suppose let me take 4 is the lowest value. I am starting with 4 and I want to get up to suppose some 12th index. That's why I'm mentioning 13. See the output, what you are getting. You are getting some output. Space is also one of the character. For that also you have some index position, right? Fine. This is the way how you can find the length and how you can access or how you can delete a string. Then finally you're going to see how to add or concatenate two strings. Nothing is there. Let me comment whatever the code you have as of now. So I'm going to comment, means I don't want to execute this code. Fine. Let me take my string equals to suppose some Python. I mean, let me take this as a my string 1. You can take any variable name. Then I'm taking my string 2 equals to some scripting. Now I want to add these two. Actually, whenever if you're adding strings, you have to say concatenate two strings. Instead of adding, it is a better word to use concatenation. Concatenate two strings. So I'm going to add these two and I'm going to create a new string called my string 3 is equals to my string 1 plus is the symbol to concatenate or to add two strings. Then I am printing your third string, whatever you have. Observe the output, what you are getting. Okay, somewhere we are using my string 3, where it is line number 60. Oh, still we have some lines here. I will do one thing. I will define here. Fine, then it's fine. See the output, what you are getting. You are getting Python scripting, but there is no space between these two words, right? So if you want to add space between these two words, you can add some space at the end of first string or at the starting of second string, but that is not the good way because already somewhere you define your strings, only you are adding, you should not disturb your existing strings, right? So nothing is there between these two strings. Add one more string, that string is space string. Let me take one more string called my string with some space equals to empty string, right? Now you can add that my string with space, then plus. See the output, now you're getting a space. Now actually your intention is we are adding a space between these two strings. For that you no need to define a new string. Instead of that, directly while adding your strings, you can add in this way. Let me take my string 3 equals to my string 1 plus some space. No, space is also a string. Directly you can add in this way also. No need to define for that one new string variable, and no need to include that in your operation. See the output now, you are getting this space. So likewise you can add any number of strings. Let's say I'm going to add one more string by giving a space and then Python scripting tutorials. So directly I can add two variables or variables with some strings, right? So by this example, you should be good with how to add two strings variables, two string variables, and string variables with directly a string. See, these two are string variables, and this is space, and these tutorials are directly strings you are using inside of your operation, right? Fine. So guys, these are the minimum basics of your strings. So we will see in the next video how to work effectively with your strings and advanced level operations of your strings. Okay. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video.